Hello guys, this is a very brief discussion on the topic bundle branch blocks. Since the Purkinje fibers are the rapidly conducting tissues in the heart, conduction through such a tissue produces a very narrow QRS on the ECG strip, which usually measures about 2.5 small squares approximately, which is half of the large box. But in conditions of blocks, depolarization proceeds through a slow myocardial route leading to delayed conduction into the concerned ventricles, producing a wide QRS which measures about more than 2.5 small squares, ultimately producing the characteristic QRS morphologies. Let's see about the right bundle branch block. Let's consider this as a heart, and these are the atrial chambers and these are the ventricular chambers. Here you have a V node which continues as the bundle branch, the left and the right. Here in the right bundle branch block, we are only left with one bundle branch, that is the left bundle branch, the right one being damaged. Usually the septal depolarization occurs first, which is followed by the depolarization of the ventricles. So since we are having only one working bundle branch here, the left one, this left bundle branch supplies the left part of the septum first. So the septal depolarization happens from left to right, that is along this vector. Since we have the chest leads V1 and V6 here, the septal depolarization vector, which is moving towards the V1, produces a positive wave on the ECG strip. Any vector which moves towards a lead produces a positive wave, and any vector which moves away from the lead produces a negative wave on the ECG strip. So this septal depolarization vector, which is moving towards the chest lead V1, produces a small positive wave, then followed by the depolarization of the left ventricle. The left ventricular depolarization happens along this direction, producing a vector which is moving away from the V1. So this produces a negative wave on the ECG strip, and then ultimately followed by the right ventricular contraction. But since we are lacking with this bundle branch, the depolarization happens through the myocardial tissue, leading to a delayed conduction, producing a widened positive wave in the ECG strip. Since the direction of the right ventricular depolarization happens in this way, we can see a positive wave which is very much wide. And these waves are named as RSR. Since the first any positive wave after the PR interval is considered as an R wave. If the wave is small, we consider it as a small r, and if the wave is large, we consider it as a capital R. And any negative wave after R is considered as S, but any first negative wave is considered as Q. So this pattern is called RSR pattern. And then coming to the wave at V6. Since the two leads are placed opposite to each other, the waves at V6, the waves which are produced at V6 appear quite opposite to those at V1. So the septal depolarization vector, which is moving away from the V6, give a small negative wave, and the left ventricular depolarization vector, which is moving towards the V6, produces a positive wave, and the right ventricular depolarization vector, which is moving away from V6, gives a negative wave, wide negative wave. And this is named as, the first negative wave is always named as Q, and this is named as R, and this is named as S, QRS pattern. So this, as these waves looks as M and W, these are famously known by a mnemonic MAROW. This is at V1, this is at V6, and this can be remembered as right bundle branch block. Thank you so much.